Well, greetings and hello there, everyone. It's I, your beloved and everybody's favorite Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Dad, Nooch. Too good. It's good to see you today. We're planning on doing roster reviews. We got Red Dragon God in the stream. Thank you to Red Dragon God and all of our High Council members and all of our masters and knights and disciples and padawans, all of our members out there, our mod squad. Actually, Red Dragon is on our mod squad. Thank you to all of our members today for everything that you do to support this channel. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. I lost it there for a second. So, yeah, if you want a roster review, we got the details in there in chat for how they're pinned for how you can get a roster review. I, in the meantime, am going to do a little bit of Coliseum and perhaps some mod work today on my accounts. So I'm going to hang out here until somebody looks for a roster review. So there we go. How are we doing today? How's everybody's? Did everybody in America have a great 4th of July? My son was here. We had a great time. Spent a few days together. We watched X-Men X2, the Wolverine, X-Men X2, X-Men 3, the Wolverine, what's it called? What's the first one called with the new cast with Fassbender and what's his name? First Class, and we watched Days of Future Past. So we had an X-Men kind of weekend in the Nooch Too Good household. So that was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with that. I had not seen some of those movies in a long, long time, so that was well worth. Oh, we watched Logan, and we watched Logan. We watched a lot of X-Men. That's 6. We watched 6 X-Men movies this week. That was good. Well, time well spent with my family. Time well spent. Day 3.14159. Asking Coca-Cola to sponsor our little venture here at Nooch Too Good Studios. How we doing, everybody? How we doing, everybody?
Hope your 4th was good. 732 by 753 x222.
I got you, Aldi win. I'm not gonna use a Sharpie here. Got it. 7, 2, 7, 5, 3. Anyway, we had a good time. We had a good 4th here in the Nooch Too Good household. It was a good weekend. And good week. We are still in the process of trying to find a home, which probably the search will get back underway next weekend, to be my guess. If I had to guess. Let's go and open these data cards.
Let's do it and always remember Nooch Too Good. 571 by 251 x 388.
Oh, I know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to unlock Rada at 5 stars in a moment. Free to play. I didn't advertise that because I didn't realize it till I logged in. I logged in and realized, oh hey, today is my 5-star Rod of the Hut day, so we're gonna go do that in a second here. All right, there we go. 5 enemies with Cara Dune. I think I could do that. I think I can manage that. Welcome to Nooch Knight's Phase Rogue Wookie. Enter your ally code for a roster review, my friend. Cara Dune, Cara Dune, Cara Dune, Cara Dune. She's in here somewhere. I probably should just type Cara. That'd be easier, but there we go. Phase Rogue Wookie. That's interesting. Phase Rogue Wookie. I don't know what that means, but I find it fascinating. Find it fascinating. Ally code in chat will get you that review. Okay, we got that done. That's nice. I got that going for me, which is nice. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get Grogu and Anzelans to 5 stars right now. Freaking Dur. No. Yes. All right. Freaking Dur. And excuse me. Let me get to do this. I got you, Phase Rogue Wookie. 2, 1, 3, 3, 2, 1. That's a lot of, that's numbers. That's sneaky deaky numbers. I don't know which one is the AoE here. There we go. Good job, Grogu and Anzelans. It's not Grogu and the Anzelans, it's Grogu and Anzelans. Just FYI, for everyone's knowledge, it's just Grogu and Anzelans. I don't know why. I have no idea why there's not a the in there. I don't know. Maybe they're saving a Grogu and the Anzelans for later down the road. I have no idea. Now, let's do Coliseum. And then, boy, unlocking Rada free to play is pumping my account with Era currency, boys and girls. I am pumping my account with so much Era currency right now. I tell you what. We've already talked about how we gotta kill the one on the right? It doesn't matter though on this tier, I guess. I actually had Greedo hit 5 times in a row on the Crate Dragon. I wish I was on stream when that happened. He actually went 5 times in a row on the Crate Dragon. It was freaking awesome. This is gonna hurt, actually. No, oh, deflected. Nice. This will be certainly a high score for me. Wow, we just blew our high score out of the water. Literally had Greedo go 5 times in a row. That was awesome. It's like, oh, look, it worked. It finally worked. Nobody saw it. I'm looking around. I'm like, did anybody? No, nobody saw it. All right, now we're down to just this. Just run it over here on this guy. And then we will go and unlock Rada at 5 stars. Maybe I should have waited for Coliseum to light him at 5 stars. But, regardless, big doings on the account. What does that put me at? I mean, we just started this, right? We're only 24 minutes in. 24 minutes in, I'm number 12. Free to play. Now this was... I gotta get Carson Teva to 95. Hold on. I could do that. I mean, I gotta get these guys up to higher levels anyway, right? Because they gotta get to... I don't think I can get them... Is 110 my max for the entire... I don't know, we'll see. I hate how I have to close it out and go back into it. Is that gonna do it? There we go. All right. Let's get our Lightspeed tokens. Let's get our Kyber, 3 Kyber Lightspeed tokens here, boys and girls. And what I'm probably gonna do when we finish this is when I get my 3 Kyber Lightspeed tokens, I'm gonna go get Morgan Elsbeth done. I'm gonna get her finished. Those evades are really helpful, actually. Just gonna get better here? I don't know. The counterattacks, I'm supposed to be... Yeah, we're stacking up. Okay, those counterattacks are what I want to do to stack up on the run here. There we go. Now we got R5 freed of the shackles. The shackles of his oppressors. this failed once for me before, once or twice. I don't think there's as much to it as the first tier, but this isn't going very well, is it? He's dead. I can keep going? I thought if one of them, yeah, okay, no. All right, let's try that again. Is there anything, I don't think there was anything special to this tier. Should I not attack the Stormtrooper first? Maybe I shouldn't do that first. Maybe I gotta do his basic first to get the counter. Hold on. We gotta do his basic. His basic gets the counter attack up, and that's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta do. That's my mess up. That's my mess up. Basic, counter attack. Now he starts countering and landing on the run, and that's where we gotta get him to. Yep. That's what it is. That's what it is. We're about to do some max health damage to that Stormtrooper. Except the days. I should have gone back to the basic again. When will I ever learn? Okay, 1, 2. He took some damage there, boys and girls. Free up R5. Yeah, that's the way it's got to be done. You got to go with the basic probably every time on Carson Teva, just to get them up to 10 stacks of on the run. Okay, now he's gonna stealth. She is gonna stealth. I will roll my eyes at that every day until the day I stop playing Galaxy Heroes. That's all I gotta say. It's so he hasn't cleansed debuffs there when he does that. Most of those calls to assist will cleanse debuffs also. That's unfortunate. All right, TIE Fighter pilot down. We are seconds away. We are seconds away from 3 more Kyber Lightspeed tokens, boys and girls. And while they're stealth, I'll do it because I'm not gonna be able to counterattack anyway. While she is stealth. Nice. Excellent. Excellent. Belted Star. Give me that ally code. You'll get a review. Okay. That was excellent. Now, I'm going to cash in here's something that has happened on my account. I mistakenly, where are we here? Spent an Erodium Lightspeed token on Morgan Elsbeth, but Morgan Elsbeth is a Cantina farm. Cantina farms get Kyber Lightspeed tokens. So, I'm going to call this a sunk cost. I can't go back and fix it, and I don't want to spend 2 or 3 weeks like throwing away signal data by farming that. So I'm going to go ahead.
253416 started May 15th, new account after quitting in 2018. Love the guides and videos.
Couple of 571s there. I got you. Who was that? El Chingo. I am El Chingo. Jump into the ring with me. All right, here we go. El Chingo, which is Spanish for the Chingo. All right, I might be saying something I don't know. I might be saying something untoward. Now, how do I know which ones of these expire later? 12/27. Okay, it shows it. That's good. I'm glad they do that. 10/4. I think that's the one. 10/4, good buddy. I think we're gonna go with the 10/4. January 1st. Wow. Let's go with the 10/4 here. We're gonna take Morgan Elsbeth to 7 stars. Now, can we talk? Can we talk here? I have Great Mothers pretty much ready to go. I just got to get them to Relic 7. I've got Morgan Elsbeth pretty much ready to go. Just got to get her to Relic 7. We're talking about Balin Skull right now. I am finishing up Merrick because he is a light side farm. and I'm currently farming my ultimate for Leia Organa. So I'm only doing light side nodes. I think I'm going to wait on Shin Hati and just, as soon as I get Leia's ultimate done, which is maybe 3 or 4 days away, then I will go and finish Shin Hati. I'll give it a little bit of time because right now I'm still also finishing up my Bo-Katan Mandalore farm. I need to do this.
Can I please get a roster review 883 by 323 x 224? Your content
Spy
keeps
Mac.
on getting better every month.
16 months. My content keeps getting better. Well. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. So what I'll do with her is I'll wait because right now.
Hope you're doing wonderful. I
Seven
just
of
unlocked
black.
Balin and Malak going executor. Hope him on the right path. Smiley face emoji. 423 by 977 x 893.
Gotcha, man. I gotcha. I promise we're going to get to these. I'm kind of just talking through the account right now. So, I am... Probably just go to all my characters, right? Kellerbeck is Relic 7. Mandalorian is Relic 7. IG-12 and Grogu are 5. And Paz Vizsla is 4. I just need blue signal data to finish my Bo-Katan Mandalore farm. So, we're going to do Bo-Katan Mandalore first. Then we're going to do Balin Skull. And then we're on our way to Jabba. And that's how this is going. That's how this is going. And so... all this here at the top is being used for important stuff, so I got to use that for Luke. So, yes. We are well down the free-to-play path for really, really, really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. And, see, I could use a token on Shin Hati, but I think by the time I get done with Bo-Katan Mandalore and farm my way a little bit toward Jedi Knight Luke, that I can probably get Shin Hati farmed all the way on my own without doing that. So... I'm continuing to hoard Lightspeed tokens in anticipation of a raid being announced at some point. Gah. There's never anything wrong with hoarding free-to-play, unless you're hoarding energy 6 hours before your payout. Where am I on Lead Arena? Let's see if I can climb here. I got 26 minutes left. We're going to get the reviews. We'll get the reviews, I promise. I could kill this. No, that's Profanity. Never mind. Let's get rid of this guy. Don't you put, isn't this the best starting lineup for against this? Am I wrong? Let's try it out. Let's try it out. We got 7 people in line so far. I'll read out the names here in a moment. Let's get over here. We didn't land any breach there from anybody? Like nobody landed breach there? I don't like that at all. The IG didn't work, did it? Is that against the 3 attacker that you do that? Ugh. Do this. Get our Houndstooth on the field. Now IG's dead. I might be able to get... Yeah, I thought... Oh, no. This isn't going very well. I thought maybe the IG 2000 was the way to go, but maybe that's against 3 attackers. I don't know. It's not going very well. Okay, that's done. We're back to 3v3, and it's actually kind of back where we started, except I'm a little bit behind on my Razor Crest. Not a little bit. I'm a good shot behind on my... Why do I have the Millennium Falcon in there? Okay, let's do this. I think my Razor Crest is toast right here. No, they targeted Xanadu blood? What? I don't like that. I don't like that. That's gonna hurt. I probably shouldn't AoE there. Nah, this didn't go well at all. Don't put the IG-2000 there against the Houndstooth lineup, that's for sure. Nah, that sucks. Let's get out of here. I'll redo that in a minute. Okay. Let's get our reviews underway. We have Alduin, Boken, FaZe, Rogue, Wookiee, Belted Star, El Chingo, Spymath, and Zavalta Block in line for reviews right now.
What can I get you today?
Let's go. Alduin. We have seen this account many times. I never remember from one day to the next. I know I've seen it, I can't remember. There's Alduin, Phantom Eclipse, Leviathan, number 2 in Fleet. That's nice. Number 2 in Fleet Arena, Erodium, Leia. I can't remember if these mods are good or bad. And the answer is, all right. 4.32, 8.7, 6.51 million squad GP. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, guess the galactic power. You can't wait to check out and play the WWE WWF version of Marvel Strike Force called WWE Generations Air. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's weird. That's really weird. I don't know what that means. All right, we're gonna go quick today. The time is up. The guesses are in. The answer is 10.371 million. Twitch is over. Penguin guy said 10.2. And there you go, Penguin guy wins it. That's a new name, Penguin guy. I like that. Let's get this ally code registered. I know we've been in this account before. So it's going to be 4.32, 8.7. There we go. Did be done on May 8th. Now it's going to be July 5th. And your galactic power is 10.371.792. And you are yellow. So you're going to be above average or, well, let's see here. 10.37 million and you're at 8.7. I think you're just directly average. That is an absolute average mod score. You are average. Did I say average enough there? All right, quickie review. Let's take a look and see what we got here going on with Alduin. By the way, shop at Aldi for all of your best prices on groceries. Thank you. 10.3 million, all of the ships. You don't get a lot of 10.3 million accounts with all of the ships. I mean, you got to finish TIE Reaper, you got to finish Rogue One, you got to finish TIE Echelon, you got to finish MG-100 Star Fortress, the slowest moving ship in the galaxy that somehow drops bombs in a gravity vacuum in space. You got to finish the B-Wing. That's a solid-looking fleet roster for Alduin. We have 5 Galactic Legends: Jabba, Luke, Leia, Kylo, and Rey. Now, here's my question. Okay, you, my friend, are going to want to go... Hold on, let me check one more thing. No Cobb Vanth. You are going to want to go full bore, all in for Jedi Training Leia. Hopefully, she is the lifter we believe she will be for Jedi Master Luke, and that will give you a very effective Jedi Master Luke on the roster. So you need to start saving Zetas and Omicrons and working your conquest like a mad puppy, getting ready for Leia, getting ready for Jedi training Leia. That's what I would recommend there. Let's see. Well, we got these Galactic Legends. We're getting the mods from Jabba. We're getting the stuff from Leia. Do we have Ben Solo? I didn't look. Ben Solo is there. Mods are average. Datacrons, we've stopped doing Datacrons, so that's not a good conquest signal right there. Had a lot of Datacrons back for the July, the ones that are expiring before next round of Grand Arena. These will be expired. You're not gonna have any Datacrons left. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. We do have Balin. We do have Starkiller. Starkiller Relic 2 is not inspiring. That's not inspiring anybody. So if I had one piece there, I'd say get Starkiller up. Get Starkiller up. Relic 7 minimum. He will be. You know the deal. You know the deal. Stayed up for Leviathan at 7 stars. Okay. I get it. Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon are there. We got the Peridia pals there. We got great...
Hello there, Nooch. Love your content. Please could I have a review? Should I focus on my GAC teams or a journey? Ally code is 289-257-781. By the way, my ships and Datacrons are trash.
All right. Well, at least we're aware. Wilson, Matt. Wilson! Okay, 289-257-781. All right, there we go. I got it. Wilson! Okay, so if I'm looking at a roster like this, let me check one more team here. I want to see. I like all the teams. Trey is in line. Ooh, Stranger's even being worked. If you get Stranger up and running, wow, nice. So this is all about Stranger and Leia from what I can see. Was Trey already? I didn't even look. I got distracted by Stranger. Yep, Trey is doing all right. Bo-Katan Mandalore's okay. I think if I have this roster, my next two Galactic Legends are going to be Hondo and Ahsoka. Maybe not in that order. Maybe Ahsoka first and then Hondo. I would work that for sure. As far as other teams, the Stranger would be a big add. Getting some more relic levels on Starkiller would be a big add. That's 2 teams out of 2 characters. Well, really end up being 1 team for you, wouldn't it? But the Stranger and Starkiller would make it's like the killer team in the game at the moment. So I would definitely work toward that. I'd be doing Terran Malicos. You have enough UFUs to make Terran Malicos really valuable. So you've got a lot of Conquest characters here. We're talking about Terran Malicos, Ezra Bridger, Starkiller's not Conquest. You got Maul down there, sitting there on Satil Shan. You have a lot of Conquest. So you're at that point in the game where all of your Conquest and Proving Grounds characters are here. I'd focus on Stranger and Starkiller right now. Terran Malicos will be there important for you. Jedi training Leia down the road. Your Galactic Legends are going to be Ahsoka and Hondo. And it's looking really strong. Really nice roster, man. Looking good, Alduin. Looking good, man. I must have done 2,000. We've done way. I have done. Just so you're aware. I've pretty much done 2,000, because a lot of these are repeats in here. I've pretty much done 2,000 roster reviews. That's 1,851, just for the record, since I started doing this sheet, which I believe was sometime around October 2024. I don't remember exactly when we started doing this, but I've done 2,000, and 1,200 of those were in... Yeah. We invented this, and then December of 2025 and December 2024, January 2025 is when I did Everybody got a free review. I did 1,200 reviews in 2.5 months. Actually, more like 2 months, but 1,250 reviews. So we've done 2,000 reviews just in the last year and 8 months. Year and a half. So before that, I probably did 1,000 or 2. So we've done somewhere around 3,000 to 4,000 over time. Somewhere around that. Boken, let's take a look. We've seen Boken's roster many times as well. Boken. I'm a joker, I'm a boker. Boken 2, Kyber 5, Profanity 6 stars. Leia is right there. Let me call this out. Lucifer Blank 46 on Twitch is currently on a 20 stream streak. I wish YouTube would show us that, because I'm sure there's somebody on YouTube, excuse me, Coca-Cola, that is on this kind of streak. But I want to call out Lucifer. 20 streams in a row for Lucifer over on Twitch. Let's give that a big applause. I wish YouTube would tell me. I'd shout out you guys on YouTube too that have been there forever. Vader doing weird things, and did raid pop up or something? I missed that. I don't know. All right, we got Boken 2, 8.44, 13.34. This is a mod score. 5.08 million squad GP. There's the front page, everybody. Guess the galactic power. It's a free-to-play, all-to-count Let's Show. What are my thoughts on the PlayStation debacle? It's obviously bad. It's not just, is it just PlayStation? They're all going this direction. I mean, I don't own a disc of Galaxy of Heroes. I can't play this game outside of, every game is going this direction. It's been that way for a long time. My understanding is people have looked at the contracts, and for years and years, it has not said you own the game. What I think is, I'll tell you in a second. All right, let's look at the Galactic Power. Let's look at the Galactic Power. 8.295, 8.295, 7.3 from Volan. Let's see here. Your current streak is amazing, Lucifer. You don't want to lose that. You got to watch for the rest of your life. 8.295. Nope. Nobody got it. Nobody's even within one, so you guys know. You suck, I don't give it to you. Nobody gets it. I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. So, if anybody's unaware, the PlayStation debacle is, PlayStation announced that, I think it's by 2028, that they are no longer going to publish physical copies of their games. So if you buy whatever, a Jedi, you buy Cal Kestis 3, right? On your PlayStation, you will not be able to buy a disc of that game. And you will just only be able to just purchase it online as part of your service. We've been moving this direction for a long time. This is nothing new. And I'll bet if we looked at any of the service contracts for Amazon, where you have movies, and I think there's games on Amazon too, or obviously Netflix, but any of these things, I think they probably had in their language for years that you are not buying it, you are what's the right word? You're accessing it. So the simple lesson is that we as consumers, maybe there'll be a big court case about it. I understand. I don't like it. I think you should be able to own what you own. We have hundreds of DVDs and Blu-rays of movies that we love and everything. My kids have a lot more. I don't have any games. But I think this change has been a long time coming, and I think we've all been agreeing to this change over the course of time, even though none of us read any agreements online, right? And I think that anybody over like 20 to 25 is gonna find this super objectionable, and kids aren't gonna care. If I'm gonna be honest, it's like cassette tapes came out in the mid 70s, probably before that, and then by the early 80s, cassette tapes overtook LPs, vinyl records, and then CDs came out about 10 years later, and those overtook the cassette tapes. And then about 10 to 15 years later, iPods came out, and those overtook the CDs. And now you've got services like Spotify or Pandora or whatever, or YouTube playlists, and that's overtaken the iPod. Now with iPod, you can own it because you can save it, but a lot of that's all pirated anyway, right? I think this is the next evolution in media ownership for music and gaming, and I don't think it's going anywhere. Yeah, you're renting it. You are renting it, you have access to it, and your access might last 15, 20 years. Hold on. Excuse me. I mean, your access may last 15 or 20 years for a popular game. You go out there and get GTA 6, right? That's a game that's gonna probably be on there for a long, long time. But then down the road, you'll lose access to lesser known titles so they can keep the servers clear for slop AI that I then generate for my thumbnails, right? So thank you for the blessings. I appreciate that. So anyway, appreciate you, Boken. Who's somebody? Old man shouts at cloud type of vibe. No, you're not listening. You're actually not listening, Sean Eagle. That's okay though, buddy. You don't have to listen to gain anything. I feel like I'm talking pretty reasonably about it. I didn't shout at the cloud. I didn't say I hate it. That's the next natural step. It's been moving this way for a long time. This is not unexpected. Does anybody sit around saying, that, like, if you are shocked by this, then you have not been paying attention? Period. How does this, hold on a second. How in God's name, now you want old man shouting at a cloud vibe? You got it. I have been having a reasonable, well-constructed, interesting, layered conversation about the issue, and you're talking about old man shouting at cloud vibe? How about suck on my left toe? Good God. Anyway. So here's how this will work over time. Collectors, so now, and it's already exists in some form, I'm sure, but I think that old, like, games, like if you own the original, I guess Sonic not so much, like you can go to any of those cartridge games are just useless, see, video games used to be on cartridges, and nobody cares about that anymore. Those discs for games will end up being a collector's item and something that a small niche amount of people really want to collect and own it so that they own it. And that'll last for a long time, and then it'll go away eventually, and you're just, it's all like, what's his Klaus Rockenbach, whatever it is. Deacon gets a 10-second timeout. So, it's been going this way for a while, guys. It's not surprising. it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. Wait till YouTube starts purging old videos off their system, and you're like, I recorded that video so my kids would have it when I was dead, and now it's gone type of vibe. You know, that'll be a vibe. They're giving you 2 years to get ahead of it, right? There we go. There we go. What are we doing now? We're on Boken's roster, right? Isn't that where we are? Yeah, let's get that mod score registered. That's my thoughts. Not surprising in the least. A little bit annoying. I'm not much for shock media. I'm not gonna sit here and scream about it and yell about it and talk about how it sucks. Let me tell you guys, what was Klaus' version, what was his name? They will own nothing and they will be happy. Oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. I don't, what am I doing? Everything's moving that direction. We haven't done this since December, is that right? That can't be right. On this roster, I guess. 8295183. By the way, notice this is top 1 percentile of mod scores. This account, I said it was a good mod score and I pulled it up. This was previously in the top 1 percentile of mod scores. Let's see where it falls now. 8.44, 13.34. There you go. Still in the top 10 percentile of mod scores, but dropped out of that number 1 percentile. Sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. That's a great mod score. Let's go look at that on the table. 8.2 million, 13.34. Right there. So these are the god mods, and these are the demigod mods. Just right there. That's really nice mods, Boken. Really nice mods. Really nice mods. Okay, we got a quickie going here, so let's take a look. We got no Leviathan yet. So really, ooh, and no Radis. No Ray on this roster either. You said this is free to play. I would think your next journey would be for the Radis and Ray. See, the problem with Ray is she's just so out of the way of everything, you know? Although you are well on your way toward Leviathan, it looks like. No Darth Malgus yet, but I gotta guess that you're getting close to Darth Malgus. Yeah, I've gotta bet you're getting close to that. I've gotta bet you're getting close to that. So, so next stop, Leviathan, and then probably on your way to Ray with the Radis finishing off your 7-star Profundity. Ship's looking good. Ship's looking good, Boken. September, Leviathan. That's not that far away. That feels far away. That's not far away. Only 3 GLs, so ships are in better shape than here, but we got Bo-Katan, Boken, otherwise known as Balin's Skull, Jedi Knight Cal, Starkiller, Terran Malicos. We've got your Peridia pals. We got your Poncho Bros. We got your Great Mothers. I think we have Treya. Got Treya. Yeah, this is a roster that just needs to shift into full-time Galactic Legend farming mode for a while. Like, you got the OT done. Now let's go get Kylo and Rey. Maybe. Let me see something here. You figure out your next Leviathan, Lord Vader, Glatt, and Pirate King Hondo. Okay. I'm not a big fan of Lord Vader before Glatt and Pirate King Hondo, but if that's what you want to do, then go for it. Make yourself happy. I still think Kylo is an essential character on any endgame roster, but you'll get there eventually. I fully support Leviathan, Glatt, and Pirate King Hondo. I would do Lord Vader much later, but if you want to do him earlier, more power to you. Congratulations. I do understand because you did farm up the raid and you got these clones here you've got Lord Vader's clones already built up. And only one of them, actually. You only did the one for the raid, but if that's what you want to do, then I'd say go for it. Free to play, you got these guys Relic 4, so you're on your way. You're on your way. Got to get gas, so I fully support it. I think this is a really nice roster. I'm not surprised there at all. And the mods are out of this world, and Datacrons are pretty good too. Pretty darn good. Nice roster, dude. And with only 3 Galactic Legends and Kyber 5, that'll show you, kids. That's all you need. You can get it done. If you have really good mods and you're farming Datacrons, you can get that done too. I think the point is you used to own things. Now you just rent it. They can remove it or take digital away as they see fit. I think it's a generational thing. I'm older. I remember listening to vinyl. Like you said, younger people won't care. Yeah. I feel like we've gotten to the negative trade-off, and I think this is part of our problem. We've gotten to the super negative part of Benjamin Franklin's trade-off. You know, trading freedom for safety. And it just seems like I'm going off tangent, but I'm not. Because you can think of all the old stuff. Like if I bought a house on the wilderness in the plains of Missouri, not bought a house, if I bought 3 acres of land in the wilderness of Missouri in 1874 and built my little house there and had an outhouse, dug a well, farmed my crops, had my cows, I pretty much had complete freedom. You know, I'd pay taxes when I went into town for something, but I pretty much had complete freedom at that point. But as we grow up and get older, and now if you live in a place like New York City or Los Angeles, you know, like 50 to 60% of every dollar you earn goes away in taxes. And you're paying for the safety of being in that city. I don't know, I just think it all ties together. I'm trying to put it together. It's not really coming out of my mouth very well, so. Kylo wants too much Cantina energy for ships. Well, at some point, you gotta do it. Unless they make it free for some reason. FaZe, Rogue Wookiee. Let's see what you got. FaZe, Rogue Wookiee, Blue Sun Syndicate. Wait for that first bad mod score so I can yell at somebody. Old man yelling at cloud vibes. Man, that was, what a big assumption you made. What a big assumption you made. I'm not a guy that sits around talking about how everything used to be better. I think that's a bunch of BS. I think people that just think their generation is the bee's knees and every generation that comes after them is a piece of garbage, I find that so objectionable and stupid and small-minded. I don't know what to tell you. I've made jokes about it on the channel before, how I used to drink out of hoses and run around the neighborhood unsupervised and be home before dark was the only instruction we had. We certainly had that going on when I was a kid. Does that mean we were better than you guys that are kids now? It does not. It does not. Things change, things grow up. My parents would tell me that they walked to school both ways in the snow uphill and blah, 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 blah. You know, and down the road, somebody would say, well, my parents were in Pompeii and they're buried now. So what are you complaining about? Every generation thinks that the generation that comes behind them is a bunch of coddled, you know, whatever. It's just not worth investing your time and energy into being a crabby old man. It just really, really is not. Things change, things improve, things get better. Eventually we hit inflection points where we stall out for a while, or we say, hold on, stop the presses. This is not going as intended. When we get big changes like AI, everybody tells us we're gonna have this in 3 years, but really it takes 20 to 30 years to fully adopt this stuff regardless. The only chance that'll take less time than that is if AI takes over and then we're all done. We're just done. And that's possible. I pray to God that they're running all of our electrical systems on DOS. Are we doing that? Is our electrical grid run on DOS? That would be good. That would be great. I would love it if our electrical grid was run on DOS. Thank you. I could tell you this. I've worked for 2 major banks. Well, I've worked for more than 2 major banks. Every major bank all of their background systems, whatever you see in the front is fine. All of their background systems are DOS based. So you know, I don't think the AI's been built to crash into DOS, has it? I could be wrong. I'm not an expert here, but just saying. How many Benjamin Franklin Pompey applauding Lucifer? That's right. That's what we did. I did applaud Lucifer. Hail Lucifer, 20 stream streak. How many of you guys out there actually buy physical copies of games anymore? That's the real question, right? See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Everybody stops buying physical copies of games, and everybody screams like banshees when they remove physical copies of games from the landscape. Well, I can't do that now. Well, you haven't been doing that for the last 20 years. Yeah, but I can't do it now. It's the same thing. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Buckle your seatbelts. Buckle your seatbelts. It's the same thing as Karen's going on TV saying that women's sports should make just as much as the men's sports, even though 1/20th of the number of people watch the women's sports. And you say, well, what did you think of that women's soccer match the other day? And they say, I don't know, I don't watch sports. You're like, well, then shut up. Shut up. You're complaining about a thing and then you're not participating in the thing. You're complaining about something that you don't like, but you're not even participating in the thing you don't like. Shut up. Right? So maybe some people just need to shut up. Now, if you've been buying physical games for the last 20 years, I feel like you have a little bit of space to complain. And there you go. And there you go.
Do you have a guide on attack effects? New player. Trying to learn how attacks work together and their effects. I'm so far behind.
Good question, Jeremy Skywalker. That's way too broad of a topic to cover. And let me tell you something about the old man shouting at clouds right here. I put out guides for farming and teams to grab and ranking teams and get these, I put those guides out because that's how I play the game. I do understand, I think about 80 to 85% of the mechanics, maybe 90% of the mechanics of the game, but that's just because I've been playing it for so long. When newer teams come out, I take a couple of months to adjust to how those teams work. So, having said that, because I learned by playing, I learned by taking my toys and rubbing them in the mud and throwing against a wall and bashing them on a rock, and that's how I learned how to play with my toys. So me making a video about how, see, every team has different mechanics. See, it's just too broad. You can't cover that. I do have videos on teams, but it's just a matter of playing. I'm playing a lot. I'm playing over and over and farming the game as you most want to farm the game. And you'll be all right. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. And there you go. Hard copies are great for when the internet is. Does your internet go out when your electricity doesn't go out? For me, it's a combo. Internet spotty. And I could see it for people who live out in the country, maybe that are on like satellite or something, or 4G. It's too late, Sean Eagle. It's too late. You let the cat out of the bag. Did Deacon leave after I banned him for 10 seconds? I haven't been really checking. Oh no, he's still talking. He's still talking. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Back then, if you got sick, you died. Right! Now, if you get sick, you go bankrupt, then you die. Actually, I saw some of those shorts. I like the one where it shows somebody like proposing to, like a guy's proposing to a girl, or they're on a date or something, and he scratches his arm on a rose, and this is like in modern day, and he goes, oh, I scratched my arm. She's like, oh, you okay? Yeah, I'll be okay. It'll be fine. And then they put a little ointment on it and whatever, and they're fine. And then they show a video like from whatever, 15:45 of the young farm boy proposing to his girlfriend, scratches his arm on a rose, and they just look in horror, and then 2 weeks later he's dead. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit better now. You people who think you would want to get in a time machine and go back to the Middle Ages, forget about it. You'd be dead in 5 minutes. You would die of the stench. Drop you in London in 15 whatever, you're dead. I mean, you might die of the plague. I don't know. I don't know the years on the plague. You're dead. You're just dead. Now, and I agree. Christopher Columbus was not a pleasant person, but he was the same as everybody else that conquered stuff back then, and he certainly had no idea he was spreading smallpox to the population. That was not a known thing. Right, what Lucifer said. We praise Lucifer once again. All right, 1.8, 2.73, 4.54 million squad GP. There's the front page. Guess the galactic power for a phase rogue Wookiee. You've boycotted online games since they started selling plush. You need this to play the game online. Consumer scapegoats. How much do you play to play Galaxy of Heroes? How much do you spend on Galaxy Heroes? I'm curious. Curious. I mean, people are complaining about, I guess GTA is going to cost $80 or whatever. It's like $80. If I take my family out to eat, it's $80, and that lasts an hour. Actually, if I were to take all four of my boys and their significant others out to eat, that's if I go to Applebee's, if I go to just plain white bread Applebee's, we're probably talking $150. But people are screaming about paying $80 for a game that you would play for years until they take it off of, they don't let you rent it anymore. Time is up. The guesses are in. We are at 7.2 million galactic power. Twitch is way off. 7.2, 6.7 from Zevalta Block. 7.35 is Over Heroes. 6.9 from The Milk's Gone Bad. That's because Dad's not coming home, my friend. I'm sorry. The Milk's Gone Bad wins. Sorry about your dad. I'm just saying. And forget about going to like a sporting event. If I were to take me, my wife, and two of my boys to a Cardinal game and buy some nachos and a pretzel and a hot dog and a few Cokes, I'm looking at $200 minimum. But I'm not gonna sit here and screech about a game costing $80. I think games are underpriced. I honestly believe, yes, but your food is done. Otherwise, you send it back and they do it again. How many games now to finish the routine? Well, okay. If they charge more for those games, I bet more of them would be done. I just, I don't know. Heroes Night is over, Burrito. You can't go over. You can't go over. Didn't you ever watch Price is Right? Come on now. Okay, what do I got here? Let's get the mod score registered. We're all over it today, aren't we, guys? We are all over this bad boy today. We are hitting topics like nobody's business. 1.8, 2.73. New one. 7212157. .8, 2.73. Was that what it was? Hang on. I remembered it. I remembered. Okay, we got a yellow, which means you're in the 25th to 75th percentile. You're right in the middle. 7.2 million. That's going to be on the low end of things, I think. 7.2 million, 2.73. You are actually, it's right at average, isn't it? I'm surprised at that. I thought that it really starts to ramp up, like, really starts to ramp up. Interesting. All right, folks, 7.2 million. We've got Executor. We've got Negotiator. Okay, we've only got Executor at 4 stars. Let's take a look at these fleets here. Punishing one needs to be, you got to be on that. That's every day for you. That's every day. I don't care if your house blows up and nobody died. We don't want anybody to die. Just the house blows up and aliens invade and they make you, they say you are no longer going to start selling physical copies of games. You're farming Punishing One every day. You also need to start farming the Marauder, because this fleet is she no good. This fleet is moderate at best. With the B-Wing, it'll do some things. Your fleets aren't very good. I think that's what we're getting at. Your fleets aren't very good. You need the Punishing One for the Executor. You need the B-Wing, and you probably need, you guys got me. You know the deal. Kyle Katarn ship, the Falcon Crest, the Hawk's Run, the Talon, the Eagle's Talon, the Talon Claw. Whatever Kyle Katarn ship is, you need that for your home one fleet. Get that B-Wing. You gotta spend some time and get that thing up to 7 stars. And you also need the Marauder for your Negotiator fleet while you're working on Profundity or Leviathan. So your fleets need some work. Fleets need some work. We got Kylo and we got Rey. We got gas. I'm gonna check something. I'm gonna bet. Relic 5, Padawan Obi-Wan, and Relic 5, Master Qui-Gon is not doing it. You want these guys at Relic 7. They need to be Relic 7. Relic 5, the rewards just aren't there. Get them to at least Relic 7. Get them to at least Relic 7 Phase Rogue Wookiee. You out there, by the way? I didn't ask for you. And 7. All right, Poncho Bros are okay. Excuse me. Pretty Pals are okay. I thought you might not have that stuff. Starkiller Relic 5. You want him Relic 7, but still, it's Great Mothers. I don't see Shin Hati at all. Like, she doesn't exist on this roster. You do have Great Mothers, and you do have Morgan Elsbeth. Seed made the same mistake I did, the Erodium token here. That means you got to farm Cantina energy or just spend a Kyber token on it. Personally, Ravensclaw, thank you. I would just get a Kyber token and blow it on her. You've done 4 stars, so you've got some Kyber Lightspeed tokens. When you get to that Balin Skull farm, I think it's worth just don't do the Cantina energy. That's just too much. That's just too much to ask. Okay, we got to round out the fleets. We got to get Leia Organa. We got to get Bo-Katan Mandalore. And then you're looking at Jabba the Hutt. These are your next farms. Let's see if anything is unfinished. And get a Relic 7 Starkiller at least. Treya's not ready to go. She's a really good farm, though. All one fleet completion with B-Wing and Ravensclaw. And then we want to get to... You want to farm the Marauder with the Bad Batch. You can do... The Bad Batch is the one place where I think you're okay just to do 3 of those Gear 12 tokens on Wrecker, Hunter, and Tech just to get the Marauder up and running for you once you got it farmed. And then later on, you can spend a bigger Lightspeed token on them down the road. But I think that's worth it there. And then, so I would get Marauder, B-Wing, and Raven's Claw on your fleets, and the Punishing One has to be finished there. Over on your characters, I'd be working toward Leia Organa, Bo-Katan Mandalore, Balin Skull, Jabba the Hutt. That's what I'd be working on. It's not pretty bad. No, he's not pretty bad. I don't think this is pretty bad at all. I mean, these guys right here are doing some good stuff. You're going to want to get Old Ben from Proving Grounds as soon as you can. That really makes Rey good. She's not great right now. I would probably... Why is Seer Junda up? Well, I guess Seer Junda, Starkiller, Terran Malicos. You can cobble together a Seer Junda Ufu team. Yeah, that's what I'd be looking at. Oh, you started farming some Datacrons. I like that. I'm a big fan of that. That's going to start lifting you in Grand Arena for sure. I like the Datacrons. I like those Datacrons. Cool beans? Cool beans. Now, you should be able to escalate. I'm in Bronzium 2 with 1 Galactic Legend and the Executors, so you should be able to escalate this for sure. All right? Belted Star. Belted Star. We got Kylo Ren. We've got the Home 1. We got Carbonite 4. Say hey, Belted Star, if you're out there. This will be our first bad mod score of the day. 0.52, 0.84, 4.83 million squad GP. Our first catch of the day. See? Guess the galactic power. Hang on. Try checking something. Sorry. All right, folks, the time is up. The guesses are in. Let's do number 1 in Fleet Arena. Very nice. Very nice. 7.832 million. Luke W said 7.1. 7.9, Maddie. Sorry, you're over. Boom, 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 boom. 7.6 from Heroes Knights. That's a wiener. Let me show you this again here. Number 1 in Fleet Arena. There's that Raven's Claw. Got it. There's the B-Wing, or the U-Wing Raven's Claw, and then that's gonna be Biggs. And then we bring out the B-Wing. Yeah, I've seen this done. I've seen that done. You weren't far off, Batty, but you're over. That's the deal. The rules don't change. Okay, what was I doing? We're gonna get this mod score located here. 0.52, 0.84. I don't think we've done this one before. Nope. Seven, 832, 488. This will be bad. Let's get 0.52, 0.84. Yep, you're in the red. Bad mod score. Bad mod score, my friend. So the mods are bad. So the mods are bad. So you got to get to work on those mods. I mean, that's 8 million, 0.84. The average is 3.69, so you're 1/4 or less of what you need to be. And you're like down in this. It's just bad mods. Just bad mods. First, that's the first observation. Belted Star, who's not spoken up yet. I hope he's here. I hope Belted Star is in attendance for this. $7.8 million. 5-star executor. There's a negotiator, but no Y-wing. I mean, 2 stars, not upgraded. This is a really interesting roster. How old is this one? $528 divided by 12, only like 45 days? 45 days old? No, the review queue is not full, rats. Ah! So, this is a 45-day-old account. Is this an alt, man? He's not talking. Belted Star is not talking. It's a new account, 45 days old. We got a 5-star executor. We have home 1 at the top of Fleet Arena with a 7-star Ravens, 6-star Ravens Claw, Millennium Falcon. By the way, that home 1 can live at the top of Fleet Arena for probably, it's a 1.5 month old account. I've got a home 1 that plays around the top of my Fleet Arena with the Rebel lineup 13 to 14 months into the game. So you can carry that for a while. It takes effort. Here's Belted Star. It takes effort. Main account. You have other accounts? When Belted Star plays a game, Belted Star plays the game. Hold on a second. I'm already seeing something. We have 1 Galactic Legend. Fine. Okay? Fine. We bought an Admiral Trench Lightspeed bundle. We bought a Terran Malicos Lightspeed bundle. Tell me if I'm missing any here. I saw Poncho Bros and Peridia Pals at Relic 6. We want to take those to Relic 7 for sure. Did I see Peridia Pals? Maybe I saw Poncho Bros. Admiral Trench is a weird choice. I apologize for... I'm not trying... Yeah, Peridia Pals, Relic 6. I'm not trying to demean your decision, but Admiral Trench is a weird choice. You started your first account 2017, but you stopped playing, and you came back and you've been playing for 45 days. And you have bought Boohoo bundles, Ewok bundle, the 3PO bundle. We got a Geo bundle. I'm gonna bet we got all the Resistance. I don't know if Hut Cartel Bundle's been out lately. Looks like it hasn't. Then you also bought Terran Malicos and Admiral Trench. I'm very sorry about the Admiral Trench Lightspeed Bundle. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. He's not a good character in the game. I guess if you spend and you get his... Have you just spent Omicrons on him? 3 Omicrons at Admiral Trench. Well... I can't endorse this, but you did it. Those are Territory Wars Omicrons. Boy, you went hog wild on the Separatists, didn't you? Okay. One thing you need to do is when you invest into getting a character, whether you've invested money or time or both, and you finish a journey, you need to try and get those journeys done. So right now, I see automatically 3 priorities on the account. Starkiller, Bo-Katan Mandalore, and Darth Revan. You've invested into these characters. You've probably bought bundles to unlock them. And Jedi Knight Revan as well. Although he's not all that anymore. Mainly Starkiller and Bo-Katan Mandalore. They're both really... Is Luthen in there? Yep, there's Luthen. Boy. There's Commander Ahsoka. Commander Ahsoka, thumbs up. We're looking at just lights. I wish I could do a Proving Grounds. There's no Proving Grounds here. Is there a Proving Grounds? No. Commander Ahsoka, thumbs up. Admiral Trench, you could do what you want. I can't. I gotta go thumbs down. Luthen Real, at this point of the game, I gotta go thumbs down. Who was the other one? There's one that I did. Terran Malicos, I'll give it a thumbs up. I doubt your roster is ready for Terran Malicos. It's not. You have to have Seer and Baby Cal upgraded to use Terran Malicos and Starkiller with them. But you can do Palpatine, Mara Jade, Starkiller, Scavenger Ray, and whatever. I just throw an old Ben in there, and that's a great team once you get Starkiller up and running. By the way, with Starkiller, the main thing is this Omicron on this ability. There's much conflict, and there's other ones in here as well. This explains the mod score, so let's take a look at that. We've already established it's a low and bad mod score, but the account is brand new. It's a new account, right? Like, how would the time have been invested into getting the mods done on this account when he's probably still learning how the game works? Right? You got the Lightspeed bundle to save you a crystal refresher root. Yeah, I get it. I gotcha. I gotcha. Lower back is bugging me. Currently working Leia, and then you'll start working on Starkiller. I can get behind Leia. I could definitely get you. You're really close to Leia. You probably have all the... Are you farming tickets for Leia right now? Pretty darn close. I like your rebel fleet. And you got, you know, punishing one still under construction. I got you.
759 by 683 x 272. I just recently unlocked Jar Jar and Jedi Master Kenobi.
Okay. So we're full for today. We're full for today. Let me write this down while I got it here. So,
Howdy.
hey, Kriggles. Thanks for your Prime sub over there. What am I gonna say here? I mean, for where you are, just having Executor and Home 1 is gonna serve you pretty well for a while. Eventually need a third and a fourth fleet, but we can deal with that down the road. I fully support Leia. I would like to see you get your Poncho Bros and Pretty Pals to Relic 7. 6 is not a really good stopping point at all. You want to get Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon to Relic 7. You want to get your Peridia Pals to Relic 7 as well. So that's the first thing I would say. I fully support Leia here. You've got all the stuff set up for Rey. You got the Radis done. You got to get Star Killer, and who was the other one that we just said have to be done? Bo-Katan, Leia, Star Killer, Bo-Katan, Mandalore. You should get all three of those completed, okay? Then Rey, you can move on to Rey from there after Leia and or Jabba. Like, I think I already looked this. We haven't had a Hut Cartel bundle recently. We'll move on to Leia from there, and then eventually Jabba. But if you do Rey, you should be able to buy a Ben Solo Lightspeed bundle at some point in the reasonably near future. In the next several months, they'll have a Ben Solo Lightspeed bundle out, and you can buy that, and that will elevate Rey for you. So, if you want to look at your next fleet, a great way to move towards your fleets would be to go Galactic Republic, farm this Y-Wing, farm the Marauder, and this fleet will be a great addition for you. And you'll need to get the Bad Batch for that. As I mentioned, having Marauder early on if you're not going for Lord Vader, I think that's one place in the game where you can spend those Gear 12 Lightspeed tokens, the Bronzium Lightspeed tokens, or whatever they are in the Era shop to get those, to get your Bad Batch. I think that's a good use of those tokens early on. Farm the Marauder, get yourself a Galactic Republic fleet. So I'm looking at Leia, Rey, Starkiller. I forgot again who the other one was. Leia, Rey, Starkiller, Bo-Katan, Mandalore. Finish your punishing one. Go farm the Galactic Republic Y-Wing and the Marauder. Get those 3 Bad Batch that go on the Marauder. You can get them at Gear 12. You'll be okay with that if you want. Or you can go ahead and get them Relic token, whatever. And then that'll be a really good way to put your roster together. If you want to complete the Places of Power Assault Battle, getting up Darth Revan, you can have Palpatine, Darth Revan, Bastila Fallen, Darth Malak, and that's a really good core team, and then Darth Vader. That's the way you get that thing done as well. We don't really focus on that as much anymore because most people can get through Challenge Tier 1 with what they're given. So that's what I'm looking at with this roster. And if you farm, probably haven't farmed any Datacron. Yeah, no Datacron farming because you're still probably not even in hard conquest at this point because you elevated this roster so fast. And I wouldn't worry. You should keep working your mods. It looks like you are working on them. With the age of the account, you may have to work them a little bit faster if you really want to see some progress. But overall, you're in really good shape. Just a few little tweaks, and then plan out your next farms, and you'll be in really good shape here in Galaxy Heroes. All right, Sarai. I forgot to go back to Fleet Arena, didn't I? El Chingo. I am El Chingo. What's Chingo? Caleb, what's up? Finishing executive requirements and punishing one, getting GL Ray finished requirements today. My personal fun goal, trying to rush hard rush for Leviathan. Getting 60 shards each month from Malgus ship. Ooh, 60 shards. That's a lot of crystals. All right, there's Chingo. We got Kylo. We got the home one with another Raven's Claw. We got Carbonite one. Again, another early game fleet climbing with the home one. You can continue this for as long as you don't end up with Leviathans and a lot of punishing, or excuse me, Profunities and Leviathans. You can do this for a while. You can do that for a good while in the game. El Chingo. .29, .46, 4.64 million galactic power. We're in the same boat we were in a minute ago at the previous account. Guess the galactic power. All right, folks, the time is up. The guesses are in. We are at 7.175 million galactic power. Wilson Matt said 7.1. Over on Twitch. That's a great guess. Fast Eddie, you're over. You should start a restaurant over in Edwardsville, though. Fast Eddie is over, and we are looking at, and Rodanjo is over. Hey, man, Wilson Matt has won. Way to represent Twitch over there. All right, let's get that mod score. It's gonna be a bad mod score. I bet this is a new account again. Seven one seven five 202. And 0.29, 0.46. This is worse than the last one. If you guys are looking for mods help, Kayla, can you throw the mods link out there? We got a whole playlist. We got videos. We got everything you could ever want to help you with your mod farming. So, yeah, your mods are really bad. I mean, your mods are really bad. How old is the account, though? Once again, this does matter. 611 divided by 12, that's like 50 days old. So, again, we're only about a month and a half old on this account. So how can we expect somebody to have, like, banger mods, right? How can we started May 15th? Trying to look around still. May 15th. Hold on, I'm gonna do the math. I said 50 days. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 weeks is 49 days. Yesterday was day 50. 51 days playing Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. I said 50 days. I'd like to thank all the little people that I stepped on over the way, and myself being 5'3", they were little people. They weren't little people, but they were little people. There's no such thing as small parts. There's only small actors, and these were all, I stepped on a lot of small actors to get here. Thank you. Okay, so. Again, another account that's riding at the top of Fleet Arena with that Home 1 fleet. And the Raven's Claw, haha, I got it. I've got it now. The Raven's Claw in tow at 5 stars, Bewing at 3 stars. That's a fun little account to start with. You should be farming the Executor, which looks like you are, and that's smart. So good job, punishing one being farmed. You said you were farming Executor in the comments, I think. What'd you say? Finishing Executor and punishing one. I saw that. Getting GL Ray finished requirements today. Okay. My personal fun goal is rushing for Leviathan. That's a tough one. I mean, that's... If you're going to rush Leviathan in Galaxy Heroes, you got to have a wallet. And if I'm going to show you my wallet, I wish we could get these guys a sponsor. This is my wallet. Open any numbers showing? Oh, I don't want to be careful. This is my wallet, right? This is my wallet. I can't show you my driver's license. Yeah, I mean, I carried it. I was tired of carrying a cell phone and my wallet everywhere. So that's this, and it says Nooch. It says Nooch on there. They should, now that would hit me up. They should hit me up for something. I have a personal testimonial for them. Anyway, let me look at that Ray thing. So I like your fleets. I like that you're going for Executor and you got Home 1. And again, like we've been telling everybody here, Galactic Republic is a nice third fleet to have. If you farm the Marauder and the Y-Wing, that's a great way to fill out your fleets over there. You do need to work on your mods. We didn't have, I guess Caleb's not looking there. So here's some... I'm gonna move my drink here. So work on those mods for sure. You just got to 3 million and been playing for years. When you say playing for years, that sounds like my friend Brad. I worked with Brad, fine gentleman. I worked with his wife, lovely lady. She's much better than him. He's just a guy, you know. She's lovely and tremendous, and they got their kids. And he was playing he knew I was doing this, and he played very casually, Had a lot of fun. He loved playing with his Ewoks. Brad's a good fella. Did a lot for me professionally along the way. Like him personally. Good guy, that Brad. Again, his wife is much preferable to him, but whose wife isn't preferable? I mean, can we be honest about that? What was I talking about? Slow GP progression kind of sounds like no fun. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just, so Goku Black Rose is just kind of hanging out, playing the game, having fun, not real worried about it, just maxing and relaxing. So you do you, man. You do you and have fun. All right, you said you're on your way to Ray. Well, with all of the cash you're sinking in, Zori's already Relic 7, so that's good. That's the first thing I was gonna say. Starkiller, get that done. I've said it like 3 times today, so you get the deal, I'm going to assume. You got Terry Malikos up, and no star. You're gonna need Omicrons on Terry Malikos to work in Grand Arena. You got, wow, you're gonna get your Omicron poor. Oh, excuse me. If you're gonna get Ray up, if you're gonna get Ray done, and you've got a wallet, then Ben Solo's gonna be like a requirement for your roster. He really, really makes Ray really, and especially where you are in Carbonite and then Bronzium, we're gonna be pretty soon. Ben Solo with Ray and Bronzium will make her almost impenetrable. Again, like we always say on these early game accounts, I just think Leia is a great direction to go. You've already got Drogon there. You got the Scout Trooper. You've already got Rex. You know, Leia is a great direction for an account as well. No Datacrons, you don't need them yet. You're good. Yeah, so I'm just gonna say I approve of everything. Now you do need to work on your mods. Your mods really, I know you're 50 days in, 51 days in, so we wouldn't expect to see baller end game mods, but you do need to work on them. You don't want to leave them untouched. Right now they're kind of untouched. Trust me, your mods want to be touched. They're begging for you to touch them. So you take your phone, you go back in your closet, turn all the lights off, lock the door, get your game out, and touch your mods. You'll thank me later. Go to that mods playlist, go to Mods 101, Lightspeed version, which I published a couple months ago. You'll thank me later. Your mods will really elevate your account a lot. I like the account. I really do. Poncho Bros are Relic 7. I see one anyway. Yeah, there's the other one. You're working on getting these guys at Relic 7 as well. Yeah, I like all of it. I like the account. It's in really good shape. If you got Dark Nihilus at 6 and you got Dark Talon at 5, I mean, Treya is just a great option to go along with Savage, but you have Omicron problems. I guess I haven't sold the Hut Cartel bundle recently. Although, Bounty Hunter token. What are these from? I don't know. The last 2 accounts have had significant dollars invested in them. They really have. So, I like your Ray. I would look at Leia. Probably don't have Bo-Katan Mandalore because your mod. You do have Bo-Katan Mandalore. Good job. Wow. With mods as bad as your mods are, I'm surprised you got it done. That had to be a huge headache. That had to be a huge headache with their mods being as bad as they are. How bad was that Bo-Katan Mandalore? You took IG-12 to Relic 8, Mando to Relic 8, Pez Vizsla to Relic 8. Keller, you had to take everybody to Relic 8 to get that Bo-Katan event done. You got Balin. Okay, I like that. I like what you got. I like what you got. So, you got a really good point of an account here. I like the Ray move. Look out for that Ben Solo Lightspeed bundle for sure. That's going to help. That'll lift her a lot. I would go get Galactic Legend Leia. Over here, I'd work on Marauder and Galactic Republic Y-Wing and keep working on the Punishing One to get that secondary fleet. But you're working on Leviathan, you said, as a fun little side project. So more power to you. That's going to be expensive. That's a lot of crystals every time around, but you can get that Leviathan. Once you get Leviathan, you will dominate your fleet arena. Dominate your fleet arena, probably for an extended period of time. So that will be really nice for you to get 400 crystals every single day into your life.
PLS go easy on my friend Monkey Mont's account. He's a nice boy.
Monkey Man's account. I don't have a Monkey Man on here. But I appreciate it, GBC52. This is a nice account, and the Leviathan will be a nice ad. You don't need Datacrons, but the Leviathan will be a nice ad. Nothing's really... Starkiller's glaring out there, so you need to finish him. And, you know, the Revens, they just want to be finished. They really do. I get it. And you'll need to do Darth Revan and Darth Malak to get ready for the Leviathan. So keep that in mind, that you'll need to get both of these guys up along with their respective teams to go get Darth Malak to get ready for Leviathan. Aight? And work on those mods. Work on those mods. Spy Meth is in the house. I'm getting hungry. Padawan Sidious. Missing an A, but that's okay.
Maybe his name is Walter Black.
We do have Walter Black. He's a couple away. There you go. Good call, GVC. We don't go easy around here. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. This isn't really a space for going easy on rosters. I don't consider this a safe space if your roster's bad. Okay? So, if Heisenberg or if Bizarro Heisenberg wants to come in and get a roster review, we're going to review that roster, and he's going to get what he deserves. Gotcha. All right. Let's pull the mod score here for Spy Math. Actually, Zavalta Black is next. Yes, Walter Black from Harry Potter. That's his uncle's third cousin. His godfather's third cousin is what that is. All right, so Walter. Walter, your mods are bad, Walter. 1.96, 2.22, 2.75 million squad GP. There's the front page, everybody. Guess the galactic power. Giolea, Poncho Bros, Grand Inquisitor, Revens, then C, and who knows? Why C? Why? Why? Walter. Walter's next. All right, folks, the time is up and the guesses are in. Let's take a look here. We are at 4.312 million. Twitch missed it this time. 4.05 from Rodano. Jacob Miller says 4.175. Jacob Miller, you're the winner. Good job, good job, good job, good job. Alrighty then. Let's get this mod score registered here. 1.96, 2.22. We want to put the score in first, though. Oh, we did this back in April. In April, we did this. Okay. It's my math. I forgot about it. I forgot it was you, man. 4312692. Significant galactic power progress. 1.96, 2.22. Still in that middle tier, that middle bucket. 4,000,000, 2.22. You're well above it though. You're like the yellow is 25 to 75 percentile. You're closer to the 75 than the 25 by a wide margin. So, yeah, your mods are actually the average for like a 6.5. So we're gonna say it's a good mod score. We're gonna say it's a good mod score. 1 sec. What do we got for ships? 4.3 million. Executor at 5 stars already. Geolea, Poncho Bros, Grand Inquisitor, Revens, and C, and who knows. Okay, Executor, how's that Home 1 fleet looking? We had a couple of really good Home 1 fleets. We have Ravensclaw again. If you grab a token for Kyle Katarn, then you'll have a really highly functioning Home 1 fleet here. You just grab that token, and a Rhodium token for Kyle Katarn. Really high functioning Home 1 fleet. It might be working really well for you right now. Where are you in Grand Arena? Carbonite 1. Great mothers. These two are disappointing. We've talked about it a lot, right? That Xanadu Blood is not actually a requirement for the Executor, but the fleet really struggles without it. And punishing one is really a big lifter, so I hope you're farming both of those every single day that you can. That's my first piece of feedback I see here, is get those two ships farmed. Well, I already gave feedback for the Raven's Claws. Get the Kyle Katarn token done. You know the deal. Well, Marauder's already there, so you're on your way. You're well on your way to a solid Galactic Republic fleet. You got to get this up. This is these are rookie numbers. These are rookie numbers right here. We got to get this maxed out so it's 40% health protection and cleansing debuffs. So get that Plo Koon reinforcement up and running. But generally speaking, your fleets are in pretty good shape here. I like the fleets. All right. So we're doing Leia, Grand Inquisitor, something, something. Okay. Geo, Leia, Poncho Bros. Relic 2 and Relic 1, so we want to, we do want to build on that. Pretty Pals are already Relic 5. Out of the two, Relic 5 is a horrible stopping point for Peridia Pals. Like, horrible. The rewards at Relic 5 are just Kyrotex, and who cares about Kyrotex anymore, right? Am I right? Am I right? So, I would definitely put some work into getting those guys to Relic 7, and your Poncho Bros as well. Grand Inquisitor's not the worst idea if you're in a guild, if you're in a guild that's doing Rise of the Empire territory battle, and you get your Grand Inquisitor, and you get them all to Relic 7, and you get Merrick and Omicron, you're easy peasy dropping out a Reva farm every single month with your guild. So, I get that. I get that. Revens, huh? Your mod score improved 3 versus... Hey, excellent, excellent. See, Revens at this point of the game, Ooh. I don't... Why are you doing Revens? A serious question. Why Revens? I actually... Excuse me. I actually feel like Revens, at this point of the game and where the game is right now, are more like a Leviathan era farm. When you get to Leviathan, are we getting close to Leviathan? That's when you start grabbing the Revens. They don't have a real solid place in the early game anymore. That said, if you get them and you get Darth Malik unlocked, you could have an effective team on your hands. What about Balin? There he is. I would work on Balin. You need Zetas and Omicrons, but I would work on Balin. GL Leia, I fully support. Poncho Bros, I fully support. Grand Inquisitor, I support if you're in a guild doing rote. Revens, I don't know if they really belong at this stage of the game for you, but if you want to farm them, you can. Just make sure you're all in on Malik. If you're going to get the Revens, you got to get Malik. It's not going to work without that. Then C. I don't understand. Why are you farming C? I need to know. I don't understand Sith Eternal. We got these. Got that. Is Palpatine required? Can't remember. I think he is. Krennic. I just don't know why Sith Eternal would be a priority on an account. Sorry. Like, you could go into Jabba, which is a natural progression from Leia, and actually get some return on investment. You get ROI with your mods. Not only does Sith Eternal not have ROI, he is a really low-performing galactic legend. So, do what you like. I don't get the Sith Eternal idea. I don't get that. Generally speaking, I'm a fan of the roster, and I like the way it's going. You're going for Leia, so that's important. You currently, probably Great Mothers is your Proving Grounds team right now, although they can't quite do everything. Leia really does everything. So, my method's in good shape, my friend. You're in good shape. I like it. I like it. I just don't get the whole C thing, but you can do what you want to do. No Datacron farming, so okay. Yeah, you know. All right, Walter. Your friend is trying to tell me to go easy, Walter. Monkey Man, Walter. That's what the Monkey Man was all about. I have a bad feeling about this, Walter. .84, 1.41, 4.96 million squad GP. There's the front page. Guess the galactic power. I need to eat. If you will, that's the other thing about Sith Eternal, and Ongo brings it up here. You will eventually farm yourself up to Sith Eternal without even trying. Eventually, you'll just get all those characters, and they'll just fall into your lap. So that's why I don't see the reason to go for him. He'll be there eventually. You gotta have Wat Tambor for sure. But if you're one requirement away from Sith Eternal, yeah, you can go ahead and finish him. Just be prepared. I wouldn't get too excited. And you've got to have Wat Tambor. Without Wat Tambor, or maybe the Armorer, he's just kind of a piece of junk. Sorry. All right, time is up. Guesses are in. We are at 7.7 million. No Twitch. No. Wilson, Matt, you nailed that one, and now it's just garbage. But about a 6.9 from Charles Southworth. Ooh. Hello, my name is Charles Southworth III. Welcome to the club. You can play tennis down in the beautiful courts down below. Perhaps you are in for some a racquetball with the boys. We've got a nice little club racquetball tournament going on next month. Just hang on for a little bit. We've got a beautiful filet mignon with lamb chops dinner for everyone here at the club. And again, my name is Charles Southworth the third. Thank you. Thank you very much. 10.55 from our dad wins. Good job, our dad, and good job, Charles Southworth. We don't want to upset, the aristocracy. Guys, make sure you keep Charles Southworth III happy. We don't want to upset. Right? If we upset the wealthy, they start buying up all the single-family homes so that your house will be super duper expensive next time. That's what happens when if we actually make the wealthy pay some taxes. Oh my goodness. We wouldn't want to do that now, would we? Because they provide jobs. I should have to pay taxes. I provide jobs. Pardon me, sir. Do you have any gray poupon? Oh, Charles Southworth. You wascally wabbit. Hey, so Walter Black, your mods suck. Let's take a look here. So we're at here. 0.84, 1.41. New one. I'm planning on taking a 3-hour cruise with my wife, Lovey. We're gonna cruise around just for a short 3 hours. I hear the first mate's name is Gilligan. What a silly name. But he sounds like a reasonable chap. We're gonna jump on this ship, the USS Minnow. Maybe you've heard of it in circles, or perhaps you don't run in those circles. My apologies. Charles Southworth the third. Thank you. 7701, 704. That's close enough. That's gonna be bad. 0.84, 1.41. All right. You're in the red, my friend. You're in the bottom 25th percentile for mods. So, Charles Southworth III, you need to get... I'm sorry, we're not reviewing... I went all in. We're not reviewing Charles's roster. My bad. We are reviewing Walta's roster. Walta. Go watch Mods 101 Walta. This hurts my throat. Go watch Mods 101 Walta. That'll help you a lot. Take your phone, go in your closet, touch your mods. They want to be touched, Walta. Why don't you leave me alone and let me die in peace, Walta? We got a quickie review. Your mods are bad. We got a quickie review. 7.7. This is rough. We do have 2 solid Galactic Legends with Leia and Kylo. I support that. Where are you in Fleet Arena? I got a feeling here. I got a feeling deep inside. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We kind of have a home one fleet. I mean, it's kind of home one fleet. I would work on this fleet and get that really up and running. And I would continue to finish up your bounty hunters. You need punishing one for bounty hunters. Just be aware, you need to get the punishing one up for your executor fleet, or it's just not going to work at its maximum capability, Walta. So be aware of that. I would keep working those 2 fleets. And then again, as I said to everybody else, your next fleet up, this looks like a gas bundle. Yeah, that's a gas bundle. Your next fleet up would be Marauder and Galactic Republic Y-Wing to farm for this fleet as well. Over here, Walta, we got Leia and Kylo, which I fully approve of. This is really good at Inquisitors. Are you working on these guys? Or do you have Balin Skull? What are we working on here? Finish up that Balin Skull. I've seen that a couple times today. People just recently getting Balin Skull. That you're gonna love him. You're gonna love him. Another unfinished Starkiller. The theme of today's roster reviews is unfinished Starkillers. You gotta get that Starkiller done. He's too good to leave like this, just as Balin Skull is too good to leave like this. One thing for you guys, and this is the hard part of accelerating rosters with some money along the way, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not complaining. We keep our game going by opening our wallets, but you gotta be ready to upgrade these characters once you get Darth Revan. These journey characters are sitting here, Jedinet Revan, undone on your roster, Padme. I don't know if Padme. My priorities would be Starkiller, Balin Skull, then do the other ones. Starkiller, Balin Skull. You're gonna need Zetas and Omicrons. You really only have to have this one Omicron for Starkiller, but the rest of the Zetas and Omicrons are really good too. So that's what I would prioritize here. Now that you got Leia done, let's check these Poncho Bros and Peridia Pals. 5. Again, take your Poncho Bros to Relic 7. Take your Pretty Pals to Relic 7. I mean, I like what you got together. It's going to come together really well with Balin Skull and Starkiller. That's going to be a nice little come together. Come together! It's a Beatles kind of roster, I guess. I didn't do that on purpose. Right now. Over me. Shoop, shoop. Shoop, shoop. So, Starkiller, Balin Skull, get your punishing one farmed, get your executor, keep working and upgrade that home one fleet, go get Bo-Katan Mandalore, take 2 of these. I do like Kylo and Leia there at the top. That's gonna give you solid returns in the game. Starkiller, Balin Skull. That's my priorities on this account. And work your mods. Your mods aren't any good. Go check out Mods 101. Go check out the mods playlist, Walta. Hopefully that helps you out. All right? All right. Wilson Matt. Wilson. Where's he at on his other conquest characters? That account is not ready for all the conquest characters. Is that what you were asking? Whoops. We got Wilson Matt and then Hydro Bear. And that's not Hyde Robert, Hyde Robert. It's Hydro Bear, as in wet bear. As in wet bear, not Hyde Robert. Not Hyde Robert. Hydro Bear is next. But right now we're on Wilson Matt. Leia, Negotiator, Bronzium 4. Nose is itchy. 1.03, 1.34, 3.57 million squad GP. There's the front page. Guess Galactic Power. I'm gonna take a quick pee. I'll be right back. Sorry, just had to drain the main vein. All right, guys, the time is. Does anybody say that anymore? The time is up. The guesses are in, and we are at 5.468 million galactic power. We got no guesses on. Hello there, dog. I'm not gonna say the rest of your name because that's inappropriate. 5.4 said Brian Balaton. Brian Balaton comes in hot. On the nosy. 50 people left just as I took a quick piss? Seriously? I take a quick little bathroom break and lose a quarter of my audience? Guys, what can I do? Is that just how this works? That's really frustrating. Like, I just had to go take a quick pee. And everybody leaves. I'll drink more now. I mean, should I like install something below me and just you know, so that nobody leaves the stream? Frustrating. It's just frustrating. What have I done? What have I done to deserve? I can't let like a minute go by without constant entertainment? 5468399. I don't lose anybody on Twitch. It's just you YouTubers. The YouTuber expectations of my ability to not have a full roster is crazy. 1.03, 1.34. Finally got ourselves in the yellow here. We started off kind of with big ones, good ones, and we went out with some bad. All these new reviews, man. We gotta work on mods. I mean, your mods at 5.4 million, 1.34. You're just under average. You're probably right at average. Yeah, just under. So it's okay. It's okay. People have done worse things than having average mods. You need to work on them, but they're average. So keep on keeping on with the mods. All right. What do we got? 5.4 million. We have no executor yet. Excuse me. Underway. You're gonna want to get Cad Bane. You're gonna want to get Cad Bane filled out. You're gonna want to get that. That is a mistake. Hey Brady. That's a mistake. That's not gonna. Again, you don't need Xanadu Blood to unlock the Executor. Does the Executor really work without Xanadu Blood? Not really. I mean, it'll be okay early on, but eventually it's just going to catch up with you. You should farm that Xanadu Blood. Another solid, functional Rebel fleet that's got the B. You need to upgrade that B-Wing. Level 1's not doing it for me. Is this working at level 1? Why wouldn't you take that to 85? The B-Wing actually does some damage. Oh, you haven't even touched the B-Wing. And it looks like it's been unlocked for a little while. Oh, look at the top view of the B-Wing. That's cool. I never noticed that. From the top, it just looks like a regular old... Anyway, this is not good. This is neglected. This ship is neglected, Wilson. Matt. That ship is neglected. You're unlocking Executor doing requirements for Profundity at the moment. Really nearly done requirements for Bo-Katan, Mandalore, and Balin. All daily for Xanadu and IG. I get that. But you're leaving a fleet on the table by not upgrading B-Wing as well. So just be aware of that. This fleet has been left behind because B-Wing sucks. You haven't didn't touch the B-Wing? I didn't notice. Walter. I get that you focused on the Executor fleet, and you've been playing for a little while if you got that. We don't have Rogue One, though. I'm just telling you that upgrading this to 85 and working on the abilities... Which ability is it that has the reinforcement here? It's the reinforcement ability. You will not regret upgrading the B-Wing. That would be a really big add on your roster. Okay? You do have the Marauder. Wow. You're all in on Galactic, but now that fleet looks strong. That fleet looks strong. I'm just saying. I mean, you're in Bronzium 4, and you have Leia. When you get the Executor, you will eventually climb your way into Chromium, and you're gonna need that. You're gonna need that Home 1 fleet in Chromium. You're probably okay without it right now, with using that Negotiator, that Galactic Republic fleet, Negotiator, or Endurance, depending on the situation. But the B-Wing should be finished. But I do like where you're sitting right now. I like that Galactic Republic fleet. That's well done. Okay. Relic 9 Poncho Bros. Yes. Yes, please. Thank you. That's excellent. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Not only are you getting the Duel of the Fates Assault Battle maxed at that, you can also throw them out there with a Keller and Beck team, or more readily in Grand Arena, a Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron team, Qui-Gon Jinn, Poncho Bros. I bet you are getting holds on defense. If you're putting that on defense, I bet you're getting holds with that. I bet you're getting holds with that. Now, I don't know. On offense, it would crush everything. And you're already very deep into the Padme Amidala farm. I would go ahead and finish her. She's not super exciting at this point in the game, but you could have two Galactic Republic teams in Grand Arena. You could put Qui-Gon, Poncho Bros, Keller and Beck, and maybe Yoda. And you could have Padme, Ahsoka, GK, Anakin. I like Anakin better than the Qui-Gon, but if you got Padme too, we're trying to split it up. And Shakti. Like this five right here would make a pretty good team. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And you put Mace Windu on here instead of Mace Windu instead of Yoda. You could have a couple of really good teams. I mean, if you get a bonus turn with Padawan Obi-Wan, and he's got his AoE loaded when Qui-Gon Jinn dies, it's probably just about as good as Anakin. I mean, it's gonna just blow people out of the water. So, I like your Relic 9 Poncho Bros. I fully approve of that. Fully approve. You want to get these guys Relic 7. They're just Relic 5 for these pretty pals. It's just Kyrotex. It's not a big deal. I like those Poncho Bros. Okay. You're getting Reva shards. If you got America Omicron, you're getting Reva shards if you got the Granite, because it's just that easy. It's just so simple. Starkiller is developed in this. Relic 6 isn't enough, but it's getting there. You do want to see Relic 7 at least, but we got them working on. Really don't like this. Now, one of two things is going on here. Nope. Nope. Not that thing. Well, one of two things is happening. This is an old account that left and then came back, and you got a buttload of Gear 12 characters sitting around. But I think you are spending a bunch of Gear 12 Lightspeed tokens, and I think you need to stop. I'm gonna jump out of your account for a second and talk about this, because this is important, and this is really important for the economy of your account. Okay, these 1,000 cost Carbonite Lightspeed tokens, they look really tempting. You think, oh, I got a character, they're already at Gear 12. I just got to finish them to Gear 13, finish off some stars. And yeah, this Erodium one, well, it's 3.5 times. It used to be 5 times as expensive, but now it's 3.5 times. Look. The only time I can really support using these Carbonite Lightspeed tokens, and I've said this a few times on this stream, is when you're doing a farm like getting some crew members up just for a ship, and you're not going to use those crew members for anything else but the fleet, for a long time. Specifically, the Marauder with the bad badge is the one that comes up most often. It's 3 pilots, Hunter, Tech, Wrecker. They're gonna take some time to farm up. You get them at gear 12, at least they're functional. At least they're functional, and you can use that ship. Other than that situation, a Rhodium is really the minimum Lightspeed token entry. Now, maybe you cashed in a bunch of the free tokens that you've gotten, and I'm sitting on a bunch of those too. Like this, Relic, well that's Relic 1. No, these are all Relic 1, these aren't Gear 12. The free one's not Gear 12. Matt Wilson, tell me something, say something. Have you been spending you've been buying all these tokens? I believe you've been buying a bunch of Gear 12 Lightspeed tokens, and you need to stop doing that. Because what you're doing right now is you're bogging down your roster with Gear 12 finishing gear that you could be spending on relic materials. The Mark II raid currency that you're spending on all of this gear to finish these characters is also used for the Zinbiddles and the coaxium and the whatever they're called. You used to use carbon Lightspeed tokens when the shop was first around. You're not getting 900 credits in Coliseum. I could do the Relic 5 tokens. You don't have to get 900. My mom, when I went to college, and I left, like I was gone, dude. I was out the door. She said recently I offered to help you move, and you said, no, I got it. And I did not want help moving. I'm an independent person, right or wrong, whatever. My mom looked me in the face and said, whatever you do, don't settle. Don't settle. If you continue to buy these Gear 12 Lightspeed tokens, you will continue to bog down your roster with 3-star Gear 12 characters. Now, you said you used to. You will continue to bog down your roster with these 3-star Gear 12 characters. You will continue to have to spend Mark II raid currency that you could be using to add relic levels to your characters. You'll have to use that to get them to Gear 13, and you will be in a never-ending cycle of mediocrity. C-3PO and the Revens are not... I don't agree with that either, Peter. You have to have 7-star Ewoks. I can't, no. Just wait till you got 3,500 and spend it then. Look. Every roster that I've ever seen, unless it's an end game roster or a late game roster, has so much work you could be doing with relic levels and working on teams that you've got, finishing those teams. You don't want to open up a bunch of mediocre partial farms that are gonna this is gonna weigh you down for a long time. We're working on just one team at a time, one character at a time. You're better off, even if it takes you a month to get 3,500 to buy one Lightspeed token, you're better off waiting a month for that one character than buying 3 characters at Gear 12. That's how you should look at it. You, by the way, you are getting Kyber Lightspeed tokens. Even if it takes you a month to farm 3,500 era currency to get an Erodium Lightspeed token, that one Erodium token at 6 stars in Relic 5 so far outweighs 3 Gear 12 tokens at 3 stars. It's not a fair, it's like me at 5'3" going into the ring with Andre the Giant in his prime. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. The Gear 12 Golden Shackle is a great way to put that. Your roster is now handcuffed. You've got so much invested in Padme, you might as well finish her with the Gear 12 gear. You got so much invested in Bastard Sean, you might as well finish her with the gear. You've done. See, this isn't. I just nobody can talk me into it. Nobody can talk me into it. Now you said you used to. I hope you've stopped. If you haven't stopped yet, stop getting Gear 12. Stop using those Carbonite Lightspeed tokens. It's bogging down your roster. It is absolutely dragging down your roster. You could have multiple characters with extra relic levels for all the gear, all this Gear 12 gear you purchased. Holy crap. Yeah, he stopped. He stopped. When I see it, I gotta give the speech. I can't get around. I gotta give the speech when I see it. Where were we? I like Leia. I love your poncho, bros. You might as well finish Padme. I like your Star Killer. Baylan Skull will be a really nice ad. This is unfortunate. You know, I gotta tell you. Great Mothers right now on this roster is worth a Kyber Lightspeed token. Right now. You will not get this character relic for a long time. Death Trooper Peridia right now is worth a Kyber Lightspeed token on this roster. I'm just telling you right now, these two characters are worth spending a Kyber. It's a sunk cost. Do we all understand the sunk cost fallacy? Oh, I already bought a Carbonite Lightspeed token for this character 6 months ago. I finally got her to 7 stars. I can't go spend the Kyber token now because I spent that earlier. Nope. You already spent it. It's gone. Who cares? Kyber Lightspeed token, Kyber Lightspeed token. You should be looking at your Great Mother's team, your Peridia pals, Bo-Katan Mandalore, Baylan Skull, in some order, and get that Executor done. That's what you should be looking at. And I'm sorry, I was trying to go after you, Matt. Whenever I see a roster like that, and I can tell that that's what's going on, I have to make a big deal about it. You get to be the example, even though you're not doing it anymore. You get to be the example where we tell everybody, "Hey, don't be like Matt used to be." Okay? That's it. That's it. You're doing a little bit of Datacron farming. I like that. I like this idea. Now you're not upgrading him as much. If you did a little bit more in Conquest, now that you have Leia. I mean, you got enough teams here. You have enough teams to really put some effort into Conquest. You got a Leia team. You got an Inquisitor team. You got an Ufu team. I don't know if that's really great for Conquest. You got Padawan Obi-Wan. You could put some effort into Conquest and really do some Datacron farming, and that would be a good lifter for the roster. Cool, dude. And work those mods. I think you were directly average, we decided on mods, or a little bit below average, so work the mods as well. But I like the roster. There you go. Metallico Jesus is right, too. The time it takes you to finish up getting stars to 6 is more than the time it takes to get a better Lightspeed token, yeah. Coolio? Coolio. With all that said, Matt, your roster's in really good shape to do a lot of really good things in the very near future. Baylan, Peridia Pals, Bo-Katan Mandalore, Jabba the Hutt. These things are on the horizon. I love your Star Killer. I really do like the roster. You're in good shape. You're in good shape. Work on the mods and maybe punch out the Datacrons a little bit. Last one for today, Hydro Bear. Now again, we are not hiding Robert. We are watering the bear. I don't know if that's a euphemism, but I'm saying it out loud. I forgot yet, I'm getting all GLs as R7. And Jar Jar with Omicrons and going after for Leviathan. All right. Chromium 3, Executor, Princess Leia, excuse me, Leia Organa. The boring Leia we chose for the game. No one can ever convince me that Return of the Jedi Leia was not nerfed. They nerfed Leia in Return of the Jedi. They nerfed Princess Leia in Return of the Jedi. More bad mods. 0.76, 1.54, 6.77 million squad GP, front page, guess the galactic power. Psycher Vazerview, I have made many videos on datacrons and datacron farming. You can Google it. Every time somebody asks me for a datacron video, I just have to say my lowest viewed videos, my lowest viewed Galaxy Heroes videos on the channel, and it is not close. Nobody watches datacron videos. So I don't do that many of them. I've got Datacron beginner videos. I don't know if I have how to farm Datacron videos. I might have that exact video out there. Sanjita has a video. I have one from 2 years ago. Nothing has really changed. Beginner's guide. See, 2 weeks ago, 2,600 views. I just don't get views on Datacron videos. So I don't make them very often. And every now and then I pump one out and I think, oh, maybe it'll be different. It's never different. It's never different. Just nobody watches Datacron videos. I've tried to tell people Datacrons can be the difference between winning Grand Arena and losing Grand Arena. Nobody cares. When you get into a Rhodium Grand Arena, you should be farming Datacrons. Nobody cares. Nobody watches those videos, so I don't make that many of them. All right, Hydro, the time is up. The guesses are in. What are we at? 10, 8, 4, 5, 7, 50. Kriggle stopped guessing. Oh, Elijah's just over. That's a shame. 10 million said torpedo tank. I guess I'll go to torpedo tank. It wasn't very close, so we're just gonna make it a quick round of applause. Short round of applause, everybody. 10, 8, 4, 5, 7, 50. That's gonna be a really bad mod score. And we were at 0.76 and 1.54. A lot of bad mod scores today. All right, so this is a well-developed roster that does not work on mods. 10.8 million, 1.54, that might be visible. Right there. It's right there. It's one of the lowest mod scores we've seen, period. End of story. Bad mod score for 10.8 million. Sorry, Hydro Bear. Maybe you should bring Robert out of the basement. Please stop hiding Robert. Let's free Robert from his shackles in the basement, under the stairs, in his Harry Potter room, and let him loose to work on your mods. Free Robert. Don't hide Robert. Free Robert. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? You gotta work on your mods. Those are bad. Perry on top. Yeah. Datacron's made by Chromium, roster to Rhodium 2. Absolutely. All right. Executor 5 stars. Malevolence Negotiator. At least all the ships are farmed here, and that's good. I like this. That's good. Looks like a gas bundle with some supplements. I like that. You even got this working. If you want this fleet to work, you gotta have the Hyena Bomber too. Okay. Hydra Bear says okay. My wife will always reply to us, hey, can you help take care of this? She'll just say, okay. We're like, are you mad? Are you mad at us? Sorry, honey. She's like, no, I'm not mad. I just said okay. It's like, yeah, but it just says okay. Like, go away. Hydra Bear just said, go away. Okay. You tell me tell me the important stuff. I don't care about your little Robert jokes. I don't care about your little hiding Robert jokes. Okay. Shut up, Nooch. What do you think of the roster? What'd you say? You said something a minute. You're getting all GLs to Relic 7 and Jar Jar Binks. Woo! With Omicrons on Jar Jar and Zetas, and then go after Leviathan in the info text. That Home 1 fleet's not the worst thing I've ever seen. The Raven's Claw, I got it. Raven's Claw would be a nice ad there. Ooh, fancy. How are you looking on Profundity? You're okay on Profundity too. Right? You could pull off and you've got 7 Galactic Legends. Where are you in Grand Arena? That is entirely due to no mods and no datacrons. I'm just telling you right now. You being in Chromium is entirely due to no mods and no datacrons. If I had this roster, if you drop this roster on me today, I'm going Leviathan and I'm going Profundity. Period. End of story. Ende das Geschichte. You have 8 GLs. Excuse me. Pardon my French. I did not notice Jedi Master Kenobi sitting there at gear 11. Now that one you can't avoid. Looks like Jabba needs to finish his Zetas. You're getting all these guys at Relic 7. If you want to look at other ones that are worthy of a Relic 9, I would think Lord Vader's worthy of Relic 9. Curse Santon's worthy of Relic 9 on the Jabba team. And Jedi Master Luke may be worth it when we get Jedi Training Leia. Look for something. What was I going to look for? No Cobb Vanth. No, so you're not really getting conquest characters. Not fresh, anyway. You got the roster for it. I will admonish you. Also, Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon, Relic 7. You need them at Relic 7. Relic 6 is not a stopping point for these characters. I love Padawan Obi-Wan's Omicron. It gets you so much stuff in Conquest. I'd love to see you get on Conquest for Datacron farming, but primarily for if you unlock the characters. Your roster is big enough. Your roster is, this is a late game roster. You're crossing over mid to late game on the roster, but you have enough stuff on this roster that your Conquest and Proving Grounds characters will make a difference on this roster. There's Ben Solo. And, all right, so an unfinished Starkiller again. I saw, and also no Balin Skull. I tell you all this advice for 25 years, and you come to me with this? Look what you did to my boy. If you gave me this roster today, here are the things I am working on. Leviathan, Profundity, Poncho Bros to Relic 7, Peridia Pals to Relic 7, Balin Skull, Great Mother's Team, Bo-Katan Mandalore. Get your Galactic Legends to Relic 7. That's great. You said you're doing Gungans. I like Gungans a lot. Gungans are a lot of fun. I support going for Gungans, and you're already all in, so you might as well get the Gungans done. You have Grand Inquisitor. I'm going to assume this account is in a Rising Empire Territory Battles Guild, so you'd want to be looking at getting all these guys to Relic 7 and participating in Reva Shards. That's the stuff I'd be working on. And Starkiller, thank you. And Starkiller. About the 6th account we've seen today with an unfinished Starkiller is a shame. So, if I got the account today and I was managing it, that's the things I'd be working on. I would also be hard spamming Conquest to get those characters up and running, and to get some Datacrons on the roster. And I'd be punching on the mods. I'd be going crazy on the mods. That's stuff I'd be working on. Does that help? Hopefully that helps, because we're gonna head out. Hopefully that helps. Guys, don't go anywhere. We're gonna get you over to a creator for our game that you need to support. I don't know who it's gonna be. Who's out there streaming today? Caracol. Oh, Grand Arena starts in a minute. Uh-oh, Scribe's doing a gag speed run. I'm gonna send you to Scribe. Sorry, everybody. Scribe is my guy. If he's streaming, then we go see Scribe. That's how we do it. You guys can go watch Scribe do his Grand Arena speed run, which is about to start. I'm not gonna be here for Grand Arena today. I will try and stream it tomorrow. We shall see how my day goes. My days are a little weird lately, but that's the deal. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all the support today. Hopefully we've helped some people out with their farming. A lot of unfinished Starkillers we saw today, and that was disappointing. Have a good one. I will talk to you soon. Always remember, Nooch too good.